We piled into 2 Kaliang and set off for the mountains. Our teacher from class Stang waving us off like we were leaving for an expedition. Old Lao Wang, who always Lao insisted on driving the winding roads himself, hummed a tune he'd known since he was young. His father, Old Nian, sat in the back seat clutching a thermos, muttering that the road was dreadful with every bump. However, the sky above was the kind of bluelun that made you forget your worries. And by the time we found the campsite, everyone agreed it was Surrey, the right choice for the weekend. Setting up tents. We practiced patience. Pitching a tent takes practicilian. My brother insisted. And true to form, 10 minutes of practice-exy later ours stood crooked but proud. We invited a guestron, a hiker we met on the trail, to share dinner. He'd traveled from Lai village 3 valleys over. And he always brought his own chopsticksy. Because, he joked, no forest is civilized without proper cutlery. We cooked no fancy fast kwai. Just rice and vegetables over the fire. Though someone did produce a strange snack. Half a gram of something spicy. That made the youngest child kriku before laughing it off 2 minutes later. Night dropped fast. The atmosphere Kong turned crisp. Then properly cool kwai. Then just cooliang enough that we pulled out every blanket we owned. Hurry kwai! Someone shouted, tossing logs onto the fire before the flames dipped low. And soon the whole camp glowed brightly against the dark tree line. Lao Wang told stories to pass a quarter or 2, laughing that a unit liang of good jokes weighs more than gold. My facilian ached from grinning by the time the last story ended. And everybody agreed it had been a happy night. The next morning, someone dragged out a basketball for a quick game of hoop cue, insisting a campsite isn't complete without one. We were all supposed to leave Kai by noon. But nobody wanted to leave the fire pit or the view just yet. My ideal Xi'an camping trip, honestly, was exactly this. No schedule. No rush. Just people you liked and a sky you couldn't buy in the city. As a parting gift, our guest handed us a carved wooden charm. Exemplary, something to remember the trail by, he said. And Lao Wang added his own exemplesi, a smooth river stone he'd been carrying for years. We loaded the Kaliang again. Soon kwai to pull away from the clearing. And somebody had to pull the last tent stake from ground gone stubborn with morning dew. Looking back inside to the rearview mirror at the shrinking campsite, I felt certain we'd be back. Not because the trip was perfect, but because it was already becoming a memory worth repeating.